Hi, we're back again looking at programming for artists. We're building simple programs in C++ and moving towards making our own artworks using openFrameworks toolkit. Last video, we looked at how we can write simple code in a text editor. We're using Visual Studio Code on Mac, and we started looking at variables. And we set up a number of different variables, integers, strings, floats, and booleans, and we assigned values to them, and then we printed them out, showing that we can manipulate these variables internally. What I'm going to do is show a little bit more that we can work with variables. Now, last time when we were drawing, we saw we had integers, floats, booleans, vectors, and we saw that we could do a number of different kinds of calculations to make complicated, flexible things where some of the stuff or the parameters that we're working with might vary. We used previously the cout or console output to get text out from our simple program, but this time I'm going to use cin, console input, to assign input from the keyboard that we type in to the variables to show that we can make flexible calculations. So we assigned number of people here in our program to 10, but actually I'm going to ask the user how many people are coming and use that to calculate how much the weight is of the things that we need to take. Here we're saying weight of stuff is 7.25 kilos. So I'm going to say, let's say it's 7.25 kilos per person. And instead of typing and fixing the number of people to be 10 in our program, I'm going to change this integer variable and use the command cin, console input, num of people. Now, that will expect a value typed in from the keyboard, but it would be helpful if we told the user what was going on. So we're again going to use our coutput to print something out to the console to say number of people attending barbecue. Put that in quotes. And I'm going to use end L again to end the line. And then cin to type in the number of people. And then I'm going to go through and say, actually, here we get the number of people coming to the barbecue, and it'll type out what we've just typed in. It'll give us the location, but the weight of stuff is the weight of the stuff times number of people. So I'm saying in this line here, print out the weight of all the stuff, get the number that's in the variable, weight of all the stuff, times it by the number of people, and print that out instead. So let's flip to our console now, and I'm going to say, using G++, I want to compile variables.cpp. I want to -o output as variables. It compiles that, and what it's expecting is semicolon after the expression, so I need to check that. Oh, I know what I've done here. I'm supposed to be piping from the console input into the variable, just in exactly the same way as here with cout. I pipe with the arrows to the output. Here I have to pipe, grab the console input and pipe it into number of people. I got arrows in the wrong place. So let's run that. Save it. Tell it to compile. There, compiles right. I get it right. So I'm piping out or I'm piping in. And I say, let's run variables. It goes console output, how many people are in the barbecue. And I'm going to say it's 2. The number of people coming to the barbecue is 2. The location of the barbecue is Sausalito. The weight of all the stuff is 14.5 kilos. You can see we made the weight of the stuff standard. Implicitly now we're saying this is per person, 7.25. So it's making this variable calculation for us. If we run this again, run variables, enter the number of people, 100 people are coming to the barbecue. Now it's saying barbecue is still in Sausalito, but it is 725 kilograms. So we should take a truck. So what we've got here is the ability to change the variables and reuse parts of our program, which is very, very cool. Next time on Programming for Artists, I'm going to be looking at vectors, and I'm going to be looking at conditional statements and making some simple loops and doing a whole load more with making basic pieces that we're going to build our artwork from. So subscribe to the video, like the video, leave me some comments, and I'll see you on the next one.